so-called Africans or Negroes? What about Amerindians? No. Who's it owned by? Probably Indians. I heard this building here is owned by Muhammad. I heard he bought over this building. Is that our people? No, but he blessed. You would say he blessed, right? What about that building there? Most like an East Indian owns that. So automatically, we could say this verse is not referring to them. What about the Chinese? The Chinese own big businesses in Regent Street. So automatically, they're not cursed in the city. So this book, automatically, it does not connect with them. Right? Read on. And read it back.
16. Cursed shall thou be in the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field.
Let's touch the city one more time. In the city of Georgetown, are there places that's called ghettos? Who predominantly occupy those ghettos? The so-called Africans or the so-called Negroes. So you see what we're doing right now? We're making a connection with our living conditions and the Bible. Why? Because the Bible is our record.
That's right.
The Bible is not a religious book. Christianity has made us believe that the Bible is a religious book, but it's not. It's a book about records. And it records our slavery, it records our oppression, and it also records how we're going to get saved, our salvation. So read on.
17.
Verse 16 again.
Cursed shall thou be in the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field.
So let's pause there for a moment. What race of people was cursed in the field? In what way? You said Africans. In what? Being tortured, for example, we were hanging from cotton trees. We were hanging from tamarind trees. We were hanging in the trees. We were hanging in the fields. But somebody picked this sign up for me. Let me jog your memory. The Bible says the Israelites. I say, oh, the Africans. I say the Negroes. We're talking about the Israelites here. But in your mind, you can already make the connection that the Israelites are these people. Because you can see now. Prior to the day you didn't see that. Prior to the day you couldn't go into the Bible and say, hey, the Bible says the Israelites are the so-called blacks and Africans were going to be cursed in the field. But that's what it's going into. Curse in the field. Curse on the cotton field. You were probably there. You were probably there in the past life. Picking cotton. Being whipped. You were probably there. So read that back, the last part.
And cursed shall thou be in the field.
Were the East Indians cursed in the field? No. Were the Chinese cursed in the field? Every other race of people in Guyana right now, they came to Guyana as indentured laborers on contracts. After their contracts ended, they had the choice to go back to their homeland or continue working here. They were paid little, but they came here on contracts. But the so-called Negroes, we did not have that luxury. How did we come to Guyana? How did the so-called Negroes arrive here in Guyana? Was it on the contract? Like let's say me and the person that brought me here, we had an agreement. I'm going to come here, work for you for an extended period, and after that, I'm going to go back to my life. Did we have that opportunity? Did we have that luxury like the other nations did? No. We're stolen from our homeland. We're stolen from the west coast of Africa. That's what happened to our people. And can we find in the Bible? Yes, we can. But let's touch on some more curses. Verses 32.
32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall...
Did we have sons and daughters? During the time of slavery, did we have sons and daughters? We did, right? Right.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
Our sons and daughters, or the Israelite sons and daughters, will be given to another people. Did that happen? Who were they given to? They were bought, right, by the Europeans. The Europeans came, stole our foreparents, separate their sons and daughters, and sold the different plantations. What's your last name? James. What's your last name? Oh shoot, you have the same last name. Give me somebody else. What's your last name? What's that? Giddens. Where do you get a last name from? From your parents? You believe that people that were stolen from the west coast of Africa had the last name as James and Giddens? That's English names. Where do we get English names from? We gotta think back during this time. We gotta think back during this time. Our names were generation that we were sold to. So for example, you got two sons. You're sold to James Plantation, another sold to Gideon's Plantation, another sold to John's Plantation. You know what makes you believe now? That you two different people, but it's your children. Because now, one will carry the last name James, one will carry the last name Gideon, and one will carry another last name. Make this seem like it's different people. That's exactly what happened to us. You understand that? Read it back and give a John.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
So our sons and daughters were given unto another race of people. That's why we got our folks here carrying different names. That could have been your brother. But you're going to carry a different name and you say, oh, nah, that's not my family. Or we all came off the slave ships. Read.
And thine eyes shall look and fill with longing for them all day long.
The Bible is saying, after our children were taken from us and sold to another race of people, our eyes would look and fill with longing for them. You think that during the time of slavery, when the so-called Negroes, children were taken from them, they were sitting and staring, praying that someday they would see the children again? You think they didn't do that? They didn't see them again? They didn't. If your son was gone today, that was the end. Imagine that. Imagine you raise a child for 13 years and in the blink of an eye, he's dragged out of your arms. And that's the last time you see him. Imagine how that made our people feel. But why did that happen to us? Why did that happen to the Israelites? Because we broke God's laws. And that's exactly what we're doing today. That's why our conditions are piss poor. Because we're breaking God's laws. Our people, we like to fight for equality. Our people like to fight to fit in. But the reason we are oppressed today is for that same reason. Trying to fit in. Trying to be like the other nations. We're not like the other nations. We are greater.
That's right.
You understand that? Read, give me verse 48.
Verse 48.
So what we're doing in case, because we've been here for a while, what we're doing is proving that according to the Bible, these people are not Negroes, but actually Israelites.
Right.
These people are actually the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You understand that? Read.
Verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
And I want you to listen to this precept carefully because it has a lot of heavy points in it. Read.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
Who was the thou? The same Israelites. One people being talked about, referred to all the time. It says the Israelites would serve their enemies. Who are our enemies today? The people are against us. In our communities, our enemies are ourselves. That's how we see it. You look at me and say, hey, this man looking a little too black. Let's fight. That's what happens. In the music industry, what do you see? Do you see black and white violence? No, you see black on black violence. You see blacks prostituting the sisters. That's what we see. But the Bible tells us who our real enemies are. Read.
Which the Lord shall send against thee.
Why did God send our enemies against us? Do you see me pay attention? Why? Why did God send our enemies against us? No. Because we broke his laws, statutes, and commandments. Remember Moses warning us? But it shall come to pass that if thou will not hearken to the voice of the Lord thy God. Right. So God sent our enemies against us for breaking his commandments. So don't let the history books fool you and tell you, oh, Christopher Columbus came here off his own accord. No, God sent his spear behind. God sent his spear behind to enslave us and to punish us for the evil that we did. Read.
In hunger and in thirst.
Read it back slowly. Let's start it point by point.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee. In hunger.
In hunger for food. You like Burger King? You don't like Burger King? What about Pizza Hut? KFC. Royal Castle. But you eat it though, right? Is it owned by our people? Are those franchises owned by our people? No. Because God says the Israelites would have to serve their enemies for food. So that tells you who our enemies are. Who owns Burger King, KFC, Pizza Hut? Who owns those franchises? This is Bible we talk, you know. This is straight out of the Bible. It's a European race. The European race, they own those franchises. So God is saying, look, that's one of your enemies. And we're not going to be afraid to say it. Those are our enemies. What about Bounty Supermarket? What about Matthi's? Is that all the people owning those businesses? No. drink Guinness? You drink beer? Who manufactures the beer? Banks DIH. Is Banks DIH owned by our people, or was it founded by our people? No. Banks is Bigars. Bigars is the Portuguese. That's not our people. God is saying those are our enemies. You understand that? What about DDL? DDL controls a small portion or a large portion of the distribution of water here in Guyana. Is it owned by our people? No. That's giving the connection. Read.
And in thirst, and in nakedness.
The clothes that you have on, the shoes that you wear, was it made by our people? No, it was not. It was not. It's made in China, it's made in Bangladesh, it's made in Vietnam, it's made in the USA. God is pinpointing who our enemies are. Because today we think our enemies are ourselves. No, we gotta get that mindset off of our people. We gotta start looking out for our people and really focusing on who the enemy really is. Read.
And in word of all things.
Everything you can think about, you have to go to another nation for. Just imagine that. If the Chinese say stop selling them clothes, if the Americans say stop selling them food, if the East Indians say don't let them in these supermarkets, how will we survive? What we're proving that the Israelites in the Bible are today called the so-called Negroes, they call the Amerindians.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.